Let's look at this export comparison graph, which provides insight into the economic performance of industrial capabilities and international trade patterns of a country. And also it shows the position of that country in the global economy. We can see United States is leading because they probably, after the Second World War, they were still rich. They're very rich and they lent money to Britain and the rest of the world. Britain was a big power then, but Britain had to now start paying back the money borrowed and granting independence to all its kind of protectorates around the world. You can see South Africa is down there somewhere. Let's see, Australia, South Africa, but Spain starts going up a little bit. Germany, even after 20 years after the war, is now making Mercedes. It's got Hugo Boss, it's got Volkswagen, it's got Bosch, and the engineering fit is now coming out. You find out the countries like Germany and Japan, who were involved in the war and weren't allowed to have armies, were now spending more money on manufacturing stuff rather than military stuff, I guess. Switzerland is now becoming the bank to dictators around the world who recently got independence, and by the 70s they're stuffing billions into bank accounts in Switzerland. Iraq is there, it's funny enough. Let's see, Netherlands, yes, doing well. Holland, all that. They also had, they were also colonized some countries. Japan, by now, it's just heading up. Japan is second to America. That's when they had all those Toyota cars, and they had Mitsubishi, Hitachi, Sony Walkman, buying their own the Sony music, Sony videos, Sony games, Jesus. And Germany is still doing well because of all the expertise in cars and everything. But this is 1988, and the world of home computing and Microsoft is not in yet. But Russia's, I'm surprised Russia was, Russia goes down, South Korea, and disappears in fact. But then he comes back again with all the billionaires embezzling all the Russian industry through their bloody KGB connections. And now, Russia's going back down again when they're pulling their money out of the country into Europe. And China now enters in 1996, 95. And it's just like, it's like a horse race. And you can just see China galloping up there, Singapore and Hong Kong, the money trade of the East, still doing it. And you still got France with all its fashion, Italy with its fashion and cars. Obviously France also, nuclear stuff. They own a lot of companies, to be fair. But by the time computers come in, Japan's in there. Here comes China beating France in the United Kingdom for the first time in manufacturing. That's when we were all manufacturing over there, in fact. Now China's third, only to Germany. And this time, I remember, China, Germany, US, and Japan and the United Kingdom, France were taking their technology over to China, and China was stealing anything they could do. They asked them to train some of their people, and they were stealing IPs and creating their own cheap version. And then by now, 2010 is second, and everyone is afraid of them now. Scared, everyone's scared. Switzerland is down there, India, one of the BRICS swapping with Switzerland. Hong Kong and Singapore, still the money center for Chinese people to wash their money. And South Korea just gone up from nowhere, with all the LG phones and Samsung.